The woman had been pregnant for a full 13 years. It hasn't given birth. The 13-year-old baby has swollen her belly like a sack, and he even learned to talk and chat with her, but the massive baby, even just turning around, causes excruciating pain, making it impossible for her to walk. She waits for her husband to return and witness the birth. Initially, she was just pregnant, but when it was time to deliver, her husband had urgent business and left her a jar of herbs to delay the birth. He insisted she wait for him to return to witness the child's birth. Despite her pleas, he left without turning back. 13 years have passed, and each time the birthing sensation comes, she takes one of the herbs. Now, she's down the last one, and the food in the house is gone. One day, hearing some commotion outside, she thinks her husband has returned. She crawls to the door with her huge belly, and the child inside asks, "Is it a mama?" "No, it's not, sweetie. It's not the long-awaited husband, but a cat entangled in wire." The woman, who hasn't eaten meat in years, slowly raises a hammer. She places the cat on the table, and they both happily feast on sea meat. A long L smile appears on her dirty face, yet after replenishing her body with enough nutrients, the child can't wait to come out. The woman's been pregnant for 13 years. The baby is so big it's like it'll burst her belly. Since she got pregnant, her husband went off to war, leaving her with a bottle of herbs to delay the birth. He instructed her to eat them slowly and wait for his return before giving birth. Her husband's been gone for 13 long years, and hell, with only one herb left, the house is empty of food. Her enormous belly prevents her from walking normally. She has to crawl, find something to eat. Today, she's fortunate to find a cat, and without hesitation, she raises a hammer. The cat is placed on the table, and the two enjoy a hearty meal. But after the child is satisfied, it's even stronger and impatient to come out. The woman hurriedly looks for the jar of herbs, only to find it's empty. Where is it? There was a piece left. I know there was some left. Where's what mama's medicine? The woman collapses in pain, her face filled with agony, begging the child to wait a bit longer. But the child is fed up, put the dark world inside, rolling around in her belly. A small hand keeps roaming under her skin, reaching the spine. The woman tries to calm the child, but then, snap, the woman breaths her last. The baby, unaware of what's happened, turns inside the mother's belly, comforting her. "Don't worry, I can fix this, mama. Just stay calm." The baby is to L for a normal birth. She has to break her mother's skin. The woman's been pregnant for 13 years, and the baby's movements torment her. Despite her belly almost bursting, she refuses to give birth, waiting for her husband. When she was due to deliver, her husband had urgent business to be the first to witness the baby's birth. He left her HR verbs to delay it. The obedient woman had been waiting for 13 years, her food supplies depleted. At this point, that child speaks. Would we catch mama? Fearful of starving the child, she reluctantly goes after an innocent kitten. After the child eats, she realizes they are gone. Thus, oppressed baby, after 13 years, impatiently wants to come out. The mother tries to convince her to wait for her father, but the child has had enough, and with a crack, the woman breaths her last. The child, relieved, turns inside her mother, breaking her bones and organs. After cleaning up the mess, her husband returns, asking where she's been all these years, not minding the blood on the floor. The woman explains the child is carried, looking at his still beautiful wife. The husband casually says, "Of course you can."